Okay. Wow. Donald Trump has defeated YouTube. No, this is extremely, extremely relevant because I remember in 2018 when Alex Jones was taken off all the social media platforms, and then in the aftermath of the 2020 election, Donald Trump was systematically kicked off of a lot of social media platforms, most notably X, but he also had a YouTube channel. Now, whatever your opinions are on Donald Trump, hey, we all have them. I'm not a Democrat. I'm sure as hell not a Republican, but I've made it a very clear, abundantly clear how I feel about censorship, suppression, the algorithm not, supporting content creators, termination, shadow banning. I mean, my goodness, I could be here on and on and on and on and on talking about the overall system on YouTube. Maybe better days are ahead, but this is a huge, devastating, devastating defeat for YouTube. And you know what? I'm actually all for it. I'm actually all for this for many reasons, for more reasons than one. So let's talk about this. So first of all, this is a retweet from Legal Mindset. More settlements to come if things are not corrected swiftly at YouTube regarding flagging and algorithmic suppression. Hey, YouTube, my viewing audience, even those that have dedicated by setting an alarm clock or following me on other social media platforms, have always told me and sent me emails and private messages saying, hey, I'm still being unsubscribed. Hey, I'm not being notified. Hey, I'm trying to put a comment in your video. Hey, my like disappeared. My comment disappeared. Now, I have no control over that, my viewers. I wish all 58,000 plus subscribers were made aware when we go live and when we upload content. I really do wish, because nothing warms my heart more than seeing an old viewer saying, "Oh my God, you're still alive." Yes, I know. So what happened? So YouTube has agreed to pay 24.5 million to settle lawsuit over Trump's 2021 suppression. What happened? What's going on? Well, here we go. YouTube agrees to pay Trump 24.5 million to settle lawsuit over suspended account. YouTube has agreed to pay, as I said before, 24.5 million to settle a lawsuit involving the suppression of President Donald Trump's account following the U.S. Capitol riots on January 6, 2021. The settlement shall not constitute an admission of liability or fault, so nobody is going to be apologizing on behalf of the defendants or related parties, according to a filing on Monday from the U.S. District Court of the Northern District of California. Trump sued YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter in mid-2021 after companies suspended his accounts on their platforms over concerns related to incitement of violence, to which I have to say he did not deserve to have his channels terminated. I know, I'm going to say that again. Donald Trump did not deserve to have his accounts terminated or suspended in any which way or form. Number one, Trump is, during that time, was a former president, now the current president. Excuse me. As someone, as I believe in free speech and the First Amendment. The knee-jerk reaction to take down his accounts was an attempt to not only silence him, but also add more legal troubles to Donald Trump. And as we all found out in the aftermath of the 2024 election cycle, and as I and the rest of Hard Lens Media was proven correct about, he was going to win them. And that would also give him a boost, not only to his followers and supporters, but should he win the presidency, which he did on November 5th, Donald Trump was going to come back with a vengeance. And I warned so many people about this. I told so many people about this that, hey, there's a potential this could happen. Since Trump won a second term in November 5th to be more precise, and returned to the White House in January, the tech companies have been settling their disputes with the president. Facebook parent Meta said in January they would pay $25 million to settle its lawsuit with Trump. The following month, Elon Musk's ex, formerly Twitter, agreed to settle its Trump-related case for roughly $10 million. Gee, I wonder why I was so low compared to Facebook and YouTube. In August, several Democrat senators, including Senator Elizabeth Warren, sent a letter to Google CEO and the YouTube CEO expressing their concern over a possible settlement with the president, to which I have to say to Elizabeth Warren, you have no right to do that to anybody. Yes, Donald Trump has said things that are so offensive. And yes, Donald Trump has said things that make people panic. But I, for one, do not agree with any kind of account termination, censorship, suppression, or all this other kind of jazz. I think it's a joke. I think that it is a tool of the weak. And all what the Democrats were doing in the 2024 election cycle was hoping that lawfare, pointless lawsuits, were going to end Trump. You wanted to defeat Trump, defeat him on the debate stage. Challenge him, challenge his policies. But no, the Democrats had a senile old man named Joe Biden and then a very weak vice president, Kamala Harris, in which it took her campaign 50 odd some days to even put policies on her campaign website. And as I pointed out relentlessly and repeatedly, that the independent candidates, the third party candidates, and even Donald Trump himself all had policies and issues that they were going to fight for on their campaign website the day their website became public and available for people, potential voters to see. You're expressing concern over a settlement. Donald Trump did not need to have his accounts taken down. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who are anti-Bush and anti-Obama, but I, for one, will be repeating this. I am not for the removal and suppression of people's accounts because their feelings get hurt or words that are said. I'm not for termination. I'm not for shadow banning. I'm not for demonetization. What I am for is for the exchange of ideas, reflections, and opinions. Now, Donald Trump won a huge win. Continuing on, also, the senators said in a letter that they are worried that such an action would be part of a quid pro quo arrangement to avoid full accountability for violating federal competition, consumer protection, and labor laws, circumstances that would result in the company running afoul of federal bribery laws. Well, they took down his account. They suspended him. They terminated his YouTube channel. Facebook did the same. X did the same, formerly known as Twitter. They did the same. They did so because people at the height of the vote blue, no matter who industrial complex, decided to take him down. So the big picture is this. Anybody that was taken down during the last 4 years or had the algorithm hit them hard, because this isn't just a conservative thing, and I want everyone to understand this. This isn't just a conservative issue. This is a progressive, independent, conservative, libertarian issue. Anyone that was on YouTube during the last 4 years, I mean, we could all sit down by the campfire, and I don't care where you politically align, but I believe we all can agree that there has been some real big shocking changes at YouTube. And now bigger channels, far bigger than Hard Lens Media, that are past 1 million subscribers are saying that there's a problem with YouTube now. Viewers are not being notified. And these are not independent news channels. No, no, these are entertainment channels. These are commentary channels. These are podcast channels. These are, just channels that don't even cover news and politics. But now they're saying it, that something's wrong with YouTube. When their viewing bases are not being notified, when older content videos are being taken down, limited, terminated, removed, that's a problem. And I've been screaming from the rooftop for a long time, and I'm glad people are noticing it. Everybody needs to keep an eye on this and look at YouTube with a raised eyebrow and say, first of all, you have no right to deny our subscribers and viewers content, our content. You have no right to tell subscribers who build a channel up because they like the content creator that, sorry, we're not going to notify you. I think here's the choice. And I will tell this to you, my viewers. You have the choice of liking whoever you want, subscribing to whoever you want, commenting on any channel you want, as it is your right to do so or not do so. And no corporation or company should tell you what you can and cannot do. And I hate it when my viewing audience is told, when I get emails saying that, oh no, I can't comment on your video. I want those comments. Hell, even if they're negative, I don't care. So Donald Trump won, as he should. And you know what? YouTube, change your attitude. Change your attitude towards content creators. Here, do me a favor. Go back when fun things used to be fun. 2015, before the whole PewDiePie meltdown, okay? Remember the first adpocalypse? Drop the Uno reverse card and go back to 2015 when, things weren't so strict, when the guidelines weren't so insane, when people can actually do content creation and actually, I don't know, be happy. And yes, there are bad people out there, but I believe in the world of good people and that there are good people that outnumber the bad people. There, I solved the problem for you. You made things so ridiculously complicated by bowing down to the cancel culture and censorship culture. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see how it plays out. But this is a win for Trump. This is a win for Trump, and told you so. There, I'll be an arrogant prick this one time. Told you so.